What's up guys, it's Spider back for another JJKPhantomparade video. So today we're going to be going over some crazy brand new news that we got on Global. Before I get started though, I'd really appreciate it if you guys could drop me a like, comment, subscribe. Would really help me out trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. But with that being said, let's get right into this. Also fucking love how I fumbled over my own words. But yeah. And the big crazy reveal is, bro, boom, fucking 0.02 Gojo or 0.2 Gojo is finally announced when he's going to be coming out. So he will be coming out on February 27th. So that's when our boy 0.2 Gojo limited character will be dropping. So basically he's going to be dropping in 2 weeks from now. So not this week, not next week, but in 2 weeks from now. So that's pretty cool. We're also going to be getting the starter gift select gacha, which is basically you choose 3 characters and then all 3 of them will be rated up, and I'm guessing you're guaranteed at least one of them probably. But I think we can take a look at the JJKPhantomparade website to take a look at what exactly that entails. Of course, we're going to be getting his events, and then we're also going to be getting some of the beginning things for the Prison Island arc. So we're going to be getting Prison Island arc, so that's going to be coming out as well when Gojo does release, and this event marathon event, which is going to have a lot of good rewards and a free SSR ticket. So that's really cool. But yeah, really nice stuff. Gojo's finally announced. So I was about kind of right where he was going to be coming out towards the end of this month. But yeah, it's pretty cool. One thing that does suck though is that we are having a bit of a dead week though. Next week we won't really have too much content because this week, real quick, because this week of course we're going to be getting the yellow banner here, which is going to have Yaga and Shoko. So if any of you guys are interested in more so in Gojo, probably want to wait for Gojo to come out, which at the same time it does kind of suck because this banner does literally end like right before Gojo comes out. So you know, you kind of have to make a decision. Do you want Gojo, who's a limited character, or do you want to try to pull Yaga and Shoko because they're, like, you know, really good characters, right, for the yellow team? But that's the content we're getting for this week, which I already covered in my last news video. But yeah, we are going to be getting a dead week next week for some reason. I don't know why. We're not having anything going on next week, which is a bit of a shame. I kind of hate when they decided to just give us dead weeks. They could totally give us an event or something, but whatever, I suppose. And also, one extra interesting piece of information as well is that they also did mention this. So the Culling game series in-game events will happen in late March. So late March, we will be seeing all these different things that happen on JP, like the 30 Degrees Dory. So we will be receiving him in late March, which means that early March we're probably going to be getting some of the events that we haven't gotten yet, most likely. So let's go ahead and take a look at the JJKPhantomparade website. So in 2 weeks from now, Gojo will be coming out, of course, so we're going to be getting his event, recollections. Of course, I'll be making a video as well, show you something for this Gojo, probably. He's a limited character. I mean, from what I've heard, you don't like really need him, especially if you already have Blue Yuta, but he's a nice character, plus he's limited, so I'm like, it kind of makes sense to pull for him, right? And then we're also going to be getting this, let's see, did we already get these? I think we may or may not have gotten the paid SSR gacha. No, I don't think we did, because this is specifically for New Year's, and the one we got was for anniversary, so we still haven't gotten these, so these will probably come out some point, maybe even with Gojo, because sometimes they do kind of like to hide some information as well before some bigger, I guess, events like this occur. But to be fair, this isn't really like an event, it's more so like, hey, you know, Gojo came out right for New Year's, or basically for New Year's. It was more like Christmas, if anything, not really New Year's. Let me see, I wanted to check. Yeah, so then here's the prison event, so we're going to be getting this. One thing I will say that is interesting though is that we are getting the prison event stuff, like they didn't mention when Gojo does a release. So it's going to be the island arc, and then so 2 different things for the prison arc, right, which is basically this, right, chapter 1 and chapter 2. The thing that I say is also interesting though is that this did come out with a limited time rerun of the mentioned Gojo, Zone Yuji, and Blue Sukana, as well as a Choso Formidable Battle event rerun. However, they didn't mention that we're getting this, so most likely this will be like a separate thing that we'll probably be getting within the first week of March, I'd imagine. Maybe this will come out like a week or 2 after Blue Gojo, so we could totally see this coming out as early March content. And then there's also this other event here, which is a blue, was it green character rerun event here with Muda, or I forget if Miwa was green here, but it's gonna have Muda and this Miwa, as well as a brand new map event as well. and then a grand lottery for the game basically, which I think just gives you like cubes and other random rewards. But this could also be another thing we see as well before we get to the actual, you know, big, you know, rewards that we got for the Culling Games event. So that should be pretty interesting as well, or pretty nice. And then there was the free gacha for New Year's. There's the free cubes for New Year's, which I don't know if we got, to be honest. I don't think we did. Then we also have a blue rerun banner, another formidable battle with Toji, and then all these different goodies here that come out with what is it, the Culling Games release, which is pretty cool. But the thing I'm a little bit more interested in though is because they didn't mention that we're going to be getting this what is it, starter gift select gacha, which I'm trying to find where that is. Alright, so I couldn't really find it, at least from the more recent events on JP, for this select or starter gift thing. But I'm guessing it's probably like a really old thing we haven't gotten yet, or maybe it's like a, I guess, global exclusive kind of thing. But yeah, so basically just 3 SSR characters will increase. I don't know if it's gonna be paid or not, because they don't really mention it. But you know, it might be cool. If it's free to play, that means that, you know, I'm assuming maybe there'll be like free multis maybe, but I don't know. I might make a video on it, we'll see. Probably when Gojo releases, I'll mention it, since it'll be coming out at the same time. Let's see, so Gojo's banner is going to be from the 27th to the 19th. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, about 4 weeks. So almost like a whole month. But of course, you know, we're still missing like a lot of events from New Year's. Like all the different logins, there were cubes, all that good stuff, like this New Year's gift. Like a lot of people here are kind of mentioning here that there's no sign of our New Year's events and cubes. So they're kind of not giving us anything with that, which is kind of, you know, love Global for that. You know, love how they just like, you know, we're just gonna hold back on giving some of the goodies, you know. But I'd imagine we'll probably see some of these like, what is it, in early March, I'd imagine, since they're kind of stalling this, which is something they love to do, which is they like to give these a little bit later, after the bigger banners release, right, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, you know, for the most part. So we should be seeing all this, like, you know, free green Yuji and all that towards the end of March, which is a little bit disappointing. That is the end of March, but I'm gonna assume that that's because the beginning of March we're gonna be getting some stuff that we haven't gotten yet, like maybe this limited time gacha with 3 limited characters, this other event here with what is it, with Mei Mei, and then this other new banner with Amuda, and some other stuff like that. I'd imagine we're going to be getting, but they're not really treating the Gojo release like anything special. They're just saying that, hey, you know, limited time Gojo is coming out, so we're gonna make like a semi important post for whatever, even though it's coming out like not this week or next week, but in like 2 weeks from now, because, you know, hey, let's just have no content on Global for like a week or two, which is something that I'd love to do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So be on the lookout for the Should You Summon video, and then yeah, as far as the Should You Summon video goes for the what is it, the Yaga and Shoko banner, I'd say if you're missing like a good yellow support, it might not be that bad of an idea, especially if you already have like blue Yuta, because mind you, right, this blue Gojo, he's good, but like if you already have blue Yuta, you could probably skip out on him if you really wanted to. Like if you really need, like if you do need yellow support, I'd say it's probably better to maybe do a bit more on the Shoko and Yaga banner. But at the same time, right, they're not limited, so they'll eventually be added to the standard banner and every other banner eventually. But at that point, it's kind of up to you. But I'd say if your blue team's already looking strong, like you already have the JJK Movie Zero collab Ghetto as like, you know, because he can work as a bit of support, and you have blue Yuta, you could probably skip this Gojo if you like you really are lacking yellow support. So like if you really want Shoko, she's like really good. She's like kind of the core of the yellow team at the moment, in my opinion. So, or like high up there where like you basically really want her. So I'd say if you don't have Shoko, I'd say wouldn't be a bad idea if you want to do some moves for her. Mind you, right, this yellow banner will literally leave right before this Gojo drops. So unfortunately, you can do the better decision, which would, or the, you know, the better one, which would be you do pulls for Gojo. Once you get him, then whatever you have left over, you could dump it into the Yaga and the Shoko banner. Also, Kusakabe is leaving as well right before Gojo, which is another really good character for the yellow team. So kind of a pick and choose here. For me, I'm gonna go for the Gojo. I might do a 110 roll or two for the Yaga and Shoko banner, we'll see. But at the very least, I will be doing my summons for Gojo. And yeah, so be on the lookout for that. But in terms of any more videos for JJK, probably won't see too many until Gojo. I probably won't see many, if any, until Gojo release. So yeah, because you know, Global loves to be you know, nice and dead. But yeah, you know, with that being said, go look at guys' pulls. If you guys are pulling for Yaga and Shoko banner, we should be getting a free multi anyways for their banner, so at least you guys might get lucky with that. And yeah, with that being said, I will see y'all later. Peace and take care, everybody.